Hey guys, welcome back to GTA Speedy. Today we'll talk about Cyberpunk 2077 is being saved by modders. Let's head into it. Number 9, modders are saving the game? As you probably know, Cyberpunk 2077 was a big disappointment, but recently, more and more mods have been released which actually save the game. A couple of Cyberpunk 2077 mods have been newsworthy lately. Most of them have concentrated on making the game run at more playable frame rates, or on certain rigs to improve the visuals of the game. For all but the highest specs, all vital things considering the state in which Cyberpunk 2077 was released. However, after character creation, we're also starting to see mods that change the range of facial features, change your looks in small ways, and even access stuff we were never meant to see. That last one is important because it adds new features to the game. What begins one day with a shove could develop into giving superpowers to your character. There is an important distinction from the get-go that you should be mindful of. Some of these mods for Cyberpunk 2077 require you to have another mod that acts as a base installed. We emphasize which of the following mods require the installation of either Cyberpunk engine tweaks or CP77 tools mod. With that caveat out of the way, here are the best mods that we've found so far for Cyberpunk 2077. Number 8, better vehicle handling. In Cyberpunk 2077, driving a car is like driving a specially stacked supermarket trolley, inevitably crashing into someone else and apologizing profusely for the inconvenience. You can tweak the steering for all the vehicles so that they are more responsive with better vehicle handling's work-in-progress configuration file. For many individuals, this is probably the most useful mod on this list, especially if you control the game by using a mouse and keyboard rather than a controller. It also enhances the handling of all motorcycles too, giving you more control as you lean into a turn. This is a compulsory download until CD Projekt Red fixes the handling. Number 7, better minimap. For some individuals, another thing that is quite annoying is the minimap. If you're one of those people, then you can adjust it in a few ways with the better minimap mod. Make it bigger, make it transparent, remove the border entirely, or change it to a compass only mode. On top of that, while in driving vehicles, there is also various zoom options. There are currently a couple of problems with flickering and lagging that this mod has, so it may not be a perfect solution for you, but it's better than no options at all. Number 6, alternate crowd behavior and other tweaks. In Cyberpunk 2077, the crowds are somewhat silly and it turns out that it's by design. So, by installing the alternate crowd behavior and other tweaks mod, you can mod NPC behavior. Features include altering how quickly an NPC will disappear, allowing slightly more traffic on the roads, and tinkering with the AI to make enemies smarter. For alternative streaming, there's also an experimental feature. As stated in his description by the mod creator Melancholy Mastermind, it allows more assets to be loaded per frame and reduces spawn reduction based on motion speed to keep traffic and crowds at maximum. On FPS, this mod takes a big hit. So if Cyberpunk 2077 chugs along for you at the best of times, only download this if it can be handled by your machine. Number 5, config overhaul for Cyberpunk 2077. Bafflingly, there are a whole bunch of options completely hidden from the player, but some of these hidden settings are accessed by the config overhaul for Cyberpunk 2077 mod. This mod will do just that if you really want to get those extra precious frames. Number 4, AD. You may find some glaring differences between how they look in the character creation menu before using this mod and how they ended up looking when posing for a snapshot in the photo mode of Cyberpunk 2077. Fortunately, this mod gives you an accurate preview of what your character looks like before the update to the save file is deployed. Make sure you look at the above video as it provides a complete tutorial to edit your character as you wish. Currently, it is limited to just a few facial characteristics and hairstyles, so you can't change your voice from a male-sounding one to a female-sounding one. But the Arasaka appearance updater is constantly improving, so we're excited to see how it develops. Number 3. Siri 2077 presets. Remember when everybody thought they were going to be in Cyberpunk 2077 with Siri? Have you been disappointed that it turns out to be entirely false? Then these presets of Siri 2077 will finally make those lofty dreams a reality. It does this by tinkering with some files, with accompanying instructions within the Cyberpunk 2077 character creation menu to create Siri's character model. To help complete the look, this mod also requires both the white hair for V and the custom eye colors mod. Number 2. Romanceable Judy for male V. Well, this one got people talking about it. This mod allows you to romance Judy with male V, revealing some previously undiscovered lines as part of the development that were recorded in the game. It is certainly not outside the realms of possibility that other lines have been recorded for the other romance options of Cyberpunk 2077. Although CD Projekt Red confirmed that Judy was always intended only to be a female V partner, if you want to listen to the lines you weren't meant to hear, then that's just what this mod does. Number 1. Phil's HDR Reshade. Phil's HDR Reshade mod tweaks the colors to create a somewhat sharper looking image if you don't have an RTX card but want the game to look a little nicer. The images speak for themselves, taking some of the red tint and giving a little more emphasis to the black hues to make the game as close as it will ever get to the same degree of graphic fluidity as the images shown on an RTX graphics card. What do you think about these mods? Do you agree that the modders are Cyberpunk 2077 right now? Let us know in the comments section. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.